New at 10, a teenager accused of murdering his aunt when he was just 14 years old sat in front of a jury today for the start of his trial. The murder happened back in 2019 at a Sun Lakes home near Chandler Heights and Alma School Road. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly listened to opening arguments and tells us what we can expect throughout the trial. Chase?
Caribe, already on the very first day, we saw photos of the crime scene and investigators talk about this case. But the very first witness to take the stand was the victim's sister and the suspect's mother.
Latrice Churchillo held back tears as she talked about her murdered sister, 42-year-old Tanya Harper, and her son, Eris Adel, accused of killing her. Back in 2019, Churchillo said everyone gathered at her home for a family reunion. Several family members, including her sister, were staying that night. She called it a family sleepover.
We were playing games, Eris played guitar. Yeah, we just did family things.
Once it started getting late, she says everyone went to bed. Then in the middle of the night, prosecutors say she woke up to see her sister bleeding from her neck and screaming for help.
Tanya identified her killer with what would have been her last words. I think it was Eris.
Attorneys claim Adel, who was just 14 years old at the time, waited until everyone fell asleep, then grabbed a knife and stabbed his aunt while she was sleeping on the couch. Attorneys also say Adel took measures to prevent his aunt and family from getting help by cutting the phone lines in the home. Adel was arrested within 24 hours of sheriff's deputies being called to the scene, finding the knife believed to be used in the murder hidden in his closet. Adel is charged with first-degree premeditated murder. But the prosecution said we may never know the motive behind this, which is what Adel's attorney is using as a defense in this trial.
You will never get an answer.
The defense claims the suspect saw his aunt as a mentor and best friend. They don't deny that Adel killed his aunt, and they anticipate the jury will find him guilty, but argue it shouldn't be for first-degree premeditated murder, but a lesser charge.
But you will have other options.
Adel is facing life in prison if found guilty. The trial will resume tomorrow morning. We're live in the studio. Chase Golightly, 12 News.